Okay, it's now time to do the intrigue phase. There's 5 parts in the intrigue phase. The first 4 will be done in initiative order. First, you're going to declare all your invasions and move your fleets. Then you're going to resolve your invasions. Then you're going to declare your campaigns, then resolve your campaigns. And finally, you're going to purchase your fleets and senators. Now, during the first part, you can move your fleets anywhere on the board and you can split them up. If you send a senator with them, he will act as the admiral, but you can also send your fleets without an admiral. If you do have an admiral, your senator will be exhausted for the rest of your turn. In addition, you can only send 1 senator per battle. If you plan to use the multitask action card, then you need to declare what additional campaign or invasion you're going to do up front. Furthermore, when you launch an invasion, the admiral who's leading it will get 2 corruption tokens. If you're only sending a fleet without an admiral, then you still have to assign 2 corruption to any of the senators in your party. In this case, let's assume that the party of the people is trying to launch an invasion onto neutral sector 38. I put one of these tokens here, gray side up, to indicate that I'm launching an invasion, and I move my fleet. In addition, Azo is going to be acting as the admiral. Already has 1 corruption token. I'm going to add 2 additional corruption tokens. I'm now at 3, and I'm going to convert one of those into a shadow token. Azo is going to be rolling a total of 3 dice. He's going to be rolling 2 dice because of his 2 fleets, and then he's going to roll an additional die because he has a shadow token. He will then add 5 because of his command value. He will add 1 because he is adjacent to a space that he already controls. In addition, the party of the people is going to play the maneuver card, which allows me to add 2 to the battle strength. On the other hand, the neutral sector always gets to roll 1 die, and then it gets to add its natural defense, which in this case is 6. The highest value will win, and the defender always wins any ties. For every 5 or 6 that's rolled, 1 fleet is destroyed. Rolling for the party of the people, I roll a 1, a 3, and a 4. That gives me a total of 8, plus the 8 modifiers gives me a total of 16. Rolling for the neutral sector, I roll a 1, and then I add a defense of 6, which brings me up to 7. The party of the people will win this invasion because from a value of 16 to 7, and they get to turn this over now to show that they now control that sector. Okay, let's take a look at now at doing the Republic fleet battling the infestation over in Sector 46. Sector 46 is infested as indicated by this token. There have been 5 Republic fleets that have been sent down there to combat it there. If you look at all of the senators in the Senate, there's a total of 3 shadow tokens amongst them. The Republic is going to roll 5 dice because they have 5 fleets that are attacking. The shadow is going to roll 1 because it's a defender, plus 3 additional die because there are 3 shadow tokens in play, and then it's going to add 5 for the defense. Rolling for those, we end up having the Republic having a total of 19. And the Shadow rolled a total of 14 plus 5 defense, which brings them up to a 19 also. That means there is a tie. Because there is a tie, the infestation as a defender will win that tie. In addition, the infestation rolled 1-5, so there's going to be 1 loss of fleet. So the Republic's going to lose 1 fleet. The remaining 4 fleets are going to have to go back to Sector 1, which is where the Republic fleets will retreat to and stuff. So this sector will remain infested. In addition, when Republic fleets will battle, they only bring that sector back into neutral. When a party, in fact, attacks the infestation, they can do one of 2 things. First off, if they're just trying to fight the infestation, they won't take any corruption when they try to invade that sector. If they intend to take over that sector once they've defeated the infestation, then they will lose 2 corruption. If a party is fighting with some of the Republic fleets, any casualties that are inflicted by the infestation or a rebellion will go off the party first, and only then, once all the party fleets are destroyed, will they be taken from the Republic. If you're trying to take over a sector while at the same time you're fighting with Republic fleets, all of the Republic fleets will have to be defeated first before you can take over. Okay, let's look at a very complicated combat system here. In this case, the Black Iron Party is the current owner of Sector 37, and they have one fleet there. The Party of the People has sent an invasion, and they have two fleets there, and their admiral is Acacia, who is a strategist. The Transcendental Mind Party is sending 5 fleets also to invade it, and they were using Azusa as its admiral, and Azusa has the Butcher ability. So let's figure out how this is going to work. First off, the Black Iron Party is going to roll 2 die. 1 die because it's a defender, 1 die because of its fleet, and then they are going to add 6 to that because that's the natural defense for the sector. Rolling those, I roll a 3 and a 6. The 6 gets to be re-rolled, and it ends up being yet another 6. So the die roll ends up being 3 plus 6, which is 15. Adding 6 for its natural defense brings it up to 21. Because there were 2 6s that were rolled, it will kill 2 fleets, and it's choosing to kill 2 fleets from the Transcendental Mind Party. The Party of the People is going to roll 2 dice because of its 2 fleets, and then it's going to add a total of 8. 1 because it controls a sector that's adjacent to it, and then 7 because that's Acacia's command value. In addition, it's going to use its strategist, which allows it to add +1 to its first die roll. Rolling the first die roll, I roll a 5. When I add the 1 for the strategist, that becomes a 6. That allows me to re-roll it, and when I re-roll it, I roll a 1. So I end up having 5 plus 1 equals 7. Rolling for the second die roll gives me an additional 2. So 7 plus 2 equals 9. I add 1 because of its adjacent, and then I add 7 because of its command, which gives me a total of 17. I get to kill 1 fleet because of the 6 that I ended up having, and I'm going to take another fleet from the Transcendental Mind Party. The Transcendental Mind Party is going to roll 5 dice because of its 5 fleets, and it's going to add 3 to that because of the command value of Azusa. Keep in mind that this is a Butcher, so it will destroy fleets on a 4, 5, or 6. Rolling the dice, I have a 1, a 2, a 4, a 5, a 6. I re-roll the 6, and I get a 3, so I end up having a total of 21 points. Adding the 3 command value brings me up to 24. 24 exceeds 17, and it also exceeds 21, so the Transcendental Mind Party is going to end up winning. Now in the Transcendental Mind Party, it's going to be able to destroy 3 fleets because of its Butcher ability there. So it's going to go ahead and choose to destroy the 2 fleets from the Party of the People, and it's going to apply the other damage to the Party of the People also. Since there's no more fleets left from the Party of the People, they're going to lose their admiral. Meanwhile, the Black Iron Party has 1 fleet left, but they lost, so they're going to retreat to another one of its sectors that it controls, leaving the Transcendental Mind Party in control of that sector. Okay, the next phase of the intrigue phase are for campaigns. First, all of the parties will declare the campaigns they plan to do in initiative order, and then those are also going to be then resolved according to initiative order. Now when you can campaign in a sector that's adjacent to one you control. In addition, any party can campaign in the 3 sectors that were drawn during the Galactic phase, assuming they did not become infested. You're going to require 1 senator for every campaign that you're going to go do. So let's look at 2 examples here. In the first case, the Party of the People is trying to do a campaign over here in Sector 53. This was one of the ones that was drawn earlier in the game during the Galactic phase, and it has the Republic token on it. The senator that they're planning on using is Kantara. Kantara has a diplomacy of 6. In addition, Kantara happens to have 2 corruption tokens on her. Typically, you're going to subtract 1 from your diplomacy value for every corruption token, and you're going to subtract 3 for every shadow token that you have. In this case, you're going to subtract 2 for the 2 corruption tokens that Kantara has. In addition, the Party of the People is going to play a public speech action card, and what that does is it adds 3 to the diplomacy. So the total modifiers that the Party of the People will have in this case will be 6 for diplomacy, minus 2 for the 2 corruption tokens, and then adding 3 for the public speech for a net of plus 7. We go ahead and roll 1 die for their attempt. In this case, I rolled a 2. 2 plus 7 equals 9. Going for the defending sector will roll 1 die and then add its defense of 6. Rolling that, I roll a 5 plus 6 equals 11. So 11 is greater than the Kantara's 9. So the Party of People will be unsuccessful in this campaign attempt, and they will pull off their ownership token. In the second case, the Party of the People is trying to campaign to their adjacent sector 38, which is currently controlled by the Black Iron Party. In this campaign attempt, they're going to be using the Senator Masani. Masani has a diplomacy of 1. In addition, if you look at this sector here, the Masani's race and Masani's party both match, so he gets a plus 1 for each of those factors. In addition, there is a plus 2 because sector 38 is adjacent to 2 sectors that the Party of the People currently controls. Furthermore, the Party of the People is going to spend 4 of their influence to add an additional plus 4 to the roll. So that gives them 1 for diplomacy, plus 1 for matching race, plus 1 for matching party, plus 2 for being adjacent, plus 4 for the influence, for a net of plus 9. They roll 3, so 3 plus 9 gives them 12. The Black Iron Party, on the other hand, gets to roll 1 for defending and add the defense of 6. They roll a 5, plus 6 equals 11. So Masani wins with a value of 12 versus 11. The campaign is successful. The Black Iron Party's token is removed, and the Party of the Peoples is going to be turned over to show they now control that sector. Once all the campaigns are over, all the players can purchase party fleets at a cost of 5 money for each. You are limited to the 10 plastic fleet miniatures that came with the game. In addition, the parties can also now purchase senators from the reserve pool using the cost that's listed on each individual senator card. Furthermore, the players are able to buy Republic fleets or use the taxes that were raised that came out of their propositions to buy Republic fleets, and these Republic fleets will only cost 3 money.